is when a person is not concentration, has like problems with concentration in their work, they're thinking too much. Because from last night sober, I was thinking, you mentioned thinking a person when they thinks too much, and is that coming from the ego? Because it disturbs like a person that I've experienced myself is that sometimes if I'm in let's say in the wrong places, I'm thinking about friends of Allah in the wrong places, which you shouldn't be thinking about. And like, how do you stop? Like, if I try to stop overthinking, I become in ghafla where I don't do the work properly. I'm not thinking, but if I do think, I'm overthinking. So how do I stop this? Or is this something? Is it something that my habit, or is it just coming from the ego? Because if I try to stop thinking, the ego is you try some way somehow it just tries to like he has his own way of saying, oh, okay, this is wrong. It'll lead you to not doing something well. You miss out this and doing this properly. But if you do overthink, a lot of saying wrong things come in as well. So how do you stop this?
What does it say? You translate.
BismillahiRehmannirRahim. When he tries to be aware and awake, it leads to him overthinking and second guessing himself. But when he tries to not overthink, it leads him to go into ghaflat and his ego taking over. So how can he balance between these two things?
Is that correct? 80%.
Yeah.
I'll take 80%. I'm very easily pleased with these things. Okay. I think you need to stay in the Dergah for like 40 days and to be washed up every day. To be knocked wall to wall. Work in the barn, work in the bathroom, masjid, garden, kitchen, everywhere, meaning for free. I'm not paying you. Huh? And then you're going to understand some things. What it is, what is too little, what is too much, when, how, where, why. Right now there is a lot of theory about what it is. You understand? This is also a condition now because this generation especially, you're multitasking. You do 10 things at once. And you cannot do one thing properly. You cannot take the time because you have to do so many things at once. This internet is destroying everyone. Now they say it's not necessary now so much. It is in front of you. It has to be inside of you. So they want you to become what? Mata? What is it called? Ah, that one. Mother. Understand? Mata means mother, right? They want us to go back to those things. So now it has to be completely in your head. Soon it's going to be literally in your head. You don't have to wear a stupid thing anymore. They're just going to put it inside here. But you're completely unaware of your surroundings. But you live in this hyper reality. It's not even reality, it's hyper illusion. Yes? Okay. So now, how are you going to be awake and aware? certain things that you are doing. Start with small things. There are things you have to understand that is for you, things that is not for you. Things that is for this time is not for next time. Things that you should think and things you should not think. We make zikr, alhamdulillah. We're trying to. So you make zikr, Allahumma salli. But then if you are driving and you make zikr, and that zikr is making you to crash your car, then that zikr is not giving you any benefit the way that you're using it. Zikr always gives benefit. Maybe you die shaheed, yani. I don't know. You know, maybe. I don't know. You say, Allahumma salli, you die. But no, I mean, if it's out of ghaflat, you're going to be punished. Which means what? First, you have to know your 5 senses. You have to know how to use your eyes properly before you can, oh, I think somebody came, or light coming, or angel. You have to know what is in front of you first. That you have to be tested. People don't even know what is in front of them. They cannot even remember. Even Hazrat Umar is having issue with people saying, you're looking up the sky, you think it's a moon, but it's an eyelash that is in your eye. And you swear by it. So the Dargah is going to train you to do these things first. Don't think so much. Finish this. What is it? Cut some onions. This is service. Cut properly. Hold the knife properly. Do this, do this. Clean this properly. Plant properly. You understand? So you develop the skill to do what? To focus. To concentrate, to do that work properly, beautifully. Why? Because that is part of a bigger thing that is in the service of Allah and Haqq. Yes? So everyone is a servant. The one who is cleaning the bathroom is a servant to serve Haqq. The one who's cooking is serving. The one who's running around is serving. The one who's organizing things, he's also a servant. And the one who is the head, he is also a servant. Everyone is a servant. That's why in the Ottoman times, they say everyone is a servant belonging to the Sultan. But the Sultan himself, he pierced his ear to say, only people who pierce their ear are slaves. I am a slave to the Prophet. You understand? So like that, then you know what you're doing, why you're doing it. It may not be so, it is going to hit hard on your ego. You rather sit somewhere and recite Quran or make some zikr. But if you're going to do that and people are going to starve, then what's the use? And who is saying this one is more beloved to Allah than this? The pleasure of Allah now is hidden. And the khutbah is saying the pleasure of Allah is in what? The riza of Allah is what? Service. Serving others for Allah's sake. You understand? So you're going to learn how to do that. How to trust your eyes, how to trust your ears, how to trust your tongue, how to trust your hands and your feet with this world first, without any illusion and delusion. If anything, Shaykh Efendi is kicking all those things out. Don't be busy with illusions and delusions. Look to your job that you are doing and do it well. Do it beautifully for Allah's sake. Then later, if they decide to open something up for you, it's not your business. You don't enter into service for them to open something up too. You don't enter into service to be a servant hoping one day you're going to be a sultan. That is just wrong. Yes? So how are you going to stop yourself? What is your job? Your job is to study. To study for your exam to get good grades. Okay, study, get good grades. If in that studying to get good grades, you know you're going to get it, you are getting good grades, but you also think about this, you also make zikr, you also do, it's okay, yani, because your aim for that time is already achieved. But if it's going to derail you, if it's going to make you to be in ghaflat, stop it. That's time to study. It's not the time for zikr. And you, in reality, using that zikr just to escape from studying anyway. Because now that study is also in the service of Allah. You're following this way, you're giving permission, you're doing that is also. In fact, studying now, your ego hates it. And it's more beloved to Allah when you fight in the way of Allah against your ego than it is for you where ego likes just to sit and go to Allah. You understand? So, it's not about a balance. It's knowing what is in front of you. Do it. You're doing that properly, you can do other things. You're doing that properly, you can do other things. We have some people, they drive so good, they can even put one hand in the back to look for a lost pizza, maybe, in the seat. But they're driving and they're talking and they're eating and they're doing so many things. Yes? Multitasking. If their job is to drive and they're driving well, you can do anything you want. But if it interferes, stop it. So now you have to know what is your intention. Isn't niyat the most important thing? Good. Everything, yes, we do for the sake of Allah. But now, the niyat that you're doing, what are you doing right now? You're studying, you're cleaning, you're doing work. That you have to finish. That you have to make sure that you do well. Anything that interferes, put it aside. You understand? Okay. It's okay, I don't mean staying here for 40 days. I know you're going to get even more skinny by the time we finish you for 40 days. You're going to be eating grass and barks of trees. But it'll be good for you also. But no, step by step. That's why, look, it doesn't mean that we are in the following a spiritual way. We don't do anything concerning the dunya. And we don't do anything concerning the dunya, and we don't do it well. You do every work that is in front of you as a believer, you must do it well. You understand? The only difference is you're not running after the dunya. The dunya is there, but it's not in your heart. It's in your hands. You pass it one to the other. And you check, I'm getting too busy with the dunya, you pull back. I'm getting too sloppy, you put something in there. You always need to check and balance it. But it doesn't mean, oh, we're here, we leave off all the dunya. Now you cannot take Hazrati Rabia's words literally. It's not for you. You're sitting there. Why are you sitting there? I'm waiting for Allah to feed me. If He wants, He'll feed me. Bruh, you don't even know how to enter into a toilet and you're talking about your Lord as if He's your friend. You understand? So all those are high examples. In order to reach that first, you have to submit to the one who's teaching you. And then you have to use a different set of intelligence. If you're still insisting on your intelligence and following, you're going to run into so many problems. When you start taking that away, emptying your cup, then you get a new set of intelligence. Then when you pass, they say, okay, all the old intelligence that you throw out, now look at it again and pick and choose what is the work that is for you. Understand? Okay, that's much is enough. Assalamu alaikum.